After the miscarriage, my psychiatrist husband, in order to take a depressed patient for therapy, hypnotized me to erase my memory. For the next 3 months, he and our son accompanied her on a trip around the world. When they finally got tired of traveling, they decided to restore my memory. I became a wife and mother again. But I no longer took care of things or bothered anyone. They thought I was just sulking, seeking attention, playing hard to get, and didn't care. Until they saw the post I made. Open black lens bracket help. My memory came back, but my feelings didn't. Open black lens bracket I can't even empathize with the old me anymore. Now I feel tense and awkward just being under the same roof with my husband and son. What should I do? Help. I was sleeping soundly in my blanket when suddenly I heard a loud pop, and the lights turned on, blinding me. Startled, I quickly opened my eyes and saw a tall figure standing by the door, his handsome face with silver-framed glasses looking cold. I blinked, then realized it was my husband, Yan Bojian. His voice was steady, emotionless. Why are you sleeping in the guest room? I wrapped myself in the blanket and sat up, giving a dry laugh. I just got my memory back. I'm still getting used to it. We can sleep separately for now. Let me get used to it. He nodded indifferently. Do as you like. Then, as if casually asking, you didn't call me today. I looked confused. What call? I didn't need anything today. Why would I call you? His tone cooled a bit. When I came home after 10, you would call me non-stop to bother me. I remembered my old behavior. Embarrassed to the core. Sorry. I won't do that again. Looking back at the shameful memories was like seeing my old QQ space from middle school after work. So awkward it made my scalp tingle. The reason I was hypnotized to forget was because I called Yan Bojian's patient at midnight. I cursed Guan Sayu, calling her a shameless woman who faked depression to seduce someone else's husband. If she really had a mental illness, she should take medicine instead of stripping and climbing into a man's bed. Guan Sayu cried after my cursing, and Yan Bojian took the phone, his voice still calm, telling me he'd be back soon. I smugly thought I had driven off the third-party intruder. But Yan Bojian came back to tell me, I'm taking Sayu to live in the forest for 3 months, close to nature, for psychological therapy. Our son, Yan, happily raised his hand. I'm going too. Sayu gave me candy last time. I want to go and keep her company. I couldn't believe it. What about our anniversary trip? I've been preparing for half a month. We promised to go as soon as Yan was on vacation. You don't need to go. Sayu's psychological issues are serious. I need to stay with her for therapy. I'm going to the mountains to play. I don't want to go on vacation with mom. It's so boring. I like Sayu more. Of course, didn't want to. I yelled hysterically, and he impatiently pushed me away. Yan even headbutted me. A sharp pain, and blood started to flow. I lost the baby I had been trying to conceive for 6 months. He, afraid I would make more noise, forcibly hypnotized me with an immature experiment, making me forget and then dumped me in the hospital. I repeatedly promised I wouldn't randomly call him again. Yan Bojian's face grew darker, and after a long silence, he coldly and decisively said, Zhang Nanqing, you're just throwing a tantrum. After saying that, he turned and left, adding, if you want to make trouble, go ahead, just remember to tidy up my study. I stopped myself from saying anything, then took out my phone and began searching for a suitable nanny, yawning as I did so. I couldn't handle it anymore, really couldn't. I admired my former self. Waking up at 6 a.m. every day to prepare breakfast for my son, who had many allergies, and then another breakfast for Yan Bojian, whose stomach was weak. After quickly eating a small bite, I would start cleaning the house. Because Yan Bojian was a cleanliness freak, nothing could be dirty, and his study had to be spotless. Today, trying to recreate the person I was in my memories, I almost passed out. I stuffed the documents while cleaning the study, and probably because of this, Yan Bojian specifically came to remind me. Half asleep, I had just closed my eyes for a few minutes when the banging on the door woke me up. Get up and make breakfast. I'll be late for school, Yan shouted impatiently. It was time to make breakfast, but luckily I had already prepared. I ordered breakfast delivery. It'll be here in a bit. I fell back asleep, barely hearing Yan angrily kicking the door. Dad shouldn't have brought you back. Sayu always makes me breakfast. You're useless. The next time I opened my eyes, Yan Bojian was roughly yanking me out of bed. You gave Yan what to eat? I was confused. He pulled me to Yan, who was covered in red spots and struggling to breathe. Even if you're angry, you shouldn't take it out on our son. He's severely allergic. If I hadn't noticed earlier, He could have suffocated. An ambulance quickly took our son to the hospital. I chased after them, explaining, I really don't know why this happened. I already warned the place about the allergens when I ordered. They promised to make it carefully. I didn't expect Yan Yan would still have an allergy. Yan Bojian gave me an annoyed look. Stop making excuses. You drove away the 2 nutritionists I hired and controlled Yan Yan's diet yourself. He's just uncomfortable because you forced him. And after saying a few things in favor of Sayu, you punished him on purpose. It's not like that. It's because. Don't say anything. Don't make me regret restoring your memory. His cold interruption shut me down. Controlling Yan Yan's diet was because of his special condition. He's prone to allergies, so I didn't let him eat randomly. But those 2 nutritionists left within a week, saying it was too much trouble. Forget it. Explaining was troublesome. Once the new nanny arrived, it would be no longer my responsibility. The doctor said it was a honey allergy, and since it was only a small amount, it wasn't serious. Just an IV drip would do. I called the restaurant, and the manager said the allergen was part of a gift and clearly marked with a warning sign. Looks like Yan Yan's temptation to eat got the better of him. He's always liked sweets, but both honey and chocolate trigger his allergies. I used to strictly control his diet to prevent accidents. This time, I didn't pay attention, and it happened. Nanqing's sister. Just as I was about to turn to speak to Yan Bojian, a soft, warm body suddenly hugged my legs. Qianqin, what are you doing here? I squatted down, smiling as I hugged Qianqin, my little companion during my memory loss. During my time in the hospital, I was confused and lost. My heart felt like it had a huge hole in it. I was in a fog, not knowing what to do, even not understanding basic common sense. But Qianqin took care of me like I was a child, staying with me, so I wasn't so lonely in the cold hospital. She was playing too much and fell off the swing, hit her head. We came to the hospital for a checkup. Qianqin's uncle, Zhang Mingshu, spoke up. He saw me and his eyes brightened, like he was a little happy. Oh no, are you okay? Does it hurt? I touched Qianqin's little head in concern, and she hugged me, rubbing her cheek against mine. Qianqin is fine. I just miss Nanqing's sister so much. I miss you too. Qianqin. Zhang Mingshu looked at the scene with gentle eyes, but his handsome face showed a little concern. Why are you in the hospital? Did something happen? Is it serious? I'm fine. It's my son who had an allergy and had to come to the hospital. That's good. He sighed with relief, then realized. I didn't mean it like that. I meant, is your son okay? I smiled at him. He's fine. Just an IV drip. Just as he was about to say something else, Yan Bojian's angry voice rang out. Zhang Nanqing. I turned my head. His gaze shifted from Zhang Mingshu to my face. He seemed to find my smile irritating and frowned. Yan Yan is crying. I hurried to look at Yan Yan, whose face was half swollen. He was obviously feeling the discomfort from the allergy, tears filling his eyes. He pointed at Qianqin, both angry and anxious. Who is she? This is Qianqin. She stayed with me in the hospital before. Don't cry. It'll hurt your face. As the older brother, you should set an example for your little sister. Once I said this, I had no idea what made Yan Yan so upset. He screamed and shouted, she's not my sister. Get away from me. I don't want you to take care of me. He never liked me and had kicked me out more than once. Seeing him so worked up, I rushed out. But I didn't see him sulking and crying harder. After adding some extra money, a nanny finally agreed to come for a trial. I informed them in advance. I found a suitable nanny. She'll be here soon. You all should be home too. See if she's a good fit. After that day at the hospital, I'm not sure why, but Yan Yan seemed to have calmed down and quietly spoke. Mom, you don't like having strangers in the house, do you? It seems like he hadn't called me, Mom, for a long time. He'd always come and go, even calling me by my name, and whenever he did, he'd get rebellious. He even said he liked Sayu's sister better than me 1,000 times more. I shuddered for a moment. Letting go of the awkward feelings, I chuckled dryly. Having a nanny will be more convenient. Yan Bojian adjusted his glasses. It's good for you to rest for a while, but, he snorted lightly, just don't let me find out you're using someone else to make me jealous again. I felt a wave of embarrassment as he brought up my past mistakes. That, love brain, was the problem. That one time, the nanny just came out of the bathroom without clothes on, and I thought she was flirting with him, so I kicked her out that night. Thank goodness my memory was restored and I got rid of my love brain. Otherwise, I probably would have embarrassed myself even more. I was just about to assure him I wouldn't do that again when the doorbell rang. Yan Yan glanced at me cautiously, then went to open the door himself. which was unusual. There was some commotion at the door. I was puzzled. The youthful and beautiful Guan Saiyu walked in. I didn't expect to really be at Drive Yan's house. I saw you were hiring a nanny, and thought I could help, so I came. Yan Bojian's calm exterior suddenly broke. He slammed his water cup onto the table, spilling water everywhere. I told you, Guan Saiyu and I have a normal doctor-patient relationship. There's nothing between us. Why are you humiliating her by making her a nanny? I had no excuses. There was no nanny who would accept all my requests. When one finally did, I let her in without thinking. Who knew it would be Guan Saiyu? There was no point in explaining now, so I tried to cover it up. I know I was too sensitive before and misunderstood. Seeing that she's willing to come work as a nanny here, and since you two have known each other for 3 months and understand each other, it seems perfect. It's also a way to make up for my previous mistake. I said it all in a big-hearted manner, but Yan Bojian's heart tightened. He watched my expression carefully. I looked relaxed, smiling as if I had let go of my burdens, becoming even more beautiful than before. He felt something heavy in his chest, as if he had lost something important. While he was silent, Guan Saiyu's eyes reddened. Did I cause a misunderstanding at Drive Yan's house? I'm sorry. I received free treatment from Dr. Yan, and he would stay with me until midnight every night, even took me abroad to do psychological therapy. I'm really grateful and felt bad, so I came to help. I didn't know this would cause an argument. I'm sorry. I'll leave now. After the explanation, Guan Saiyu stayed, and Yan Bojian even warned me to remember what I said and not cause trouble for her. After that, he gently touched my cheek, his voice low. Nanqing, you don't have to try so hard to please me. I'm used to your noisy self. I've put your favorite sheets on the bed in the master bedroom. You can sleep there tomorrow. It sounded like something from a past memory. I vaguely remembered. Back in college, Yan Bojian was the school's heartthrob, with a refined look, cold temperament, and excellent academic performance. So when I won him over, I was ecstatic and proudly declared it to everyone. Even yelled at girls who handed me love letters. It caused a lot of gossip and mockery, saying I wasn't a match for him and that I was like a shrew. We'd break up sooner or later. I was sad for 2 days, but Yan Bojian heard those rumors. He skipped class for the first time and found me, hugging me. I like your noisy self. It means you really love me. But after we got married, I constantly became jealous and argued. He went from comforting me to thinking I was overthinking, to eventually becoming tired of it. He grew colder towards me, writing, menopausal shrew, in his evaluation of my mental state. I shuddered, and suddenly it hit me. He probably wanted to let Guan Saiyu stay in the spacious guest room. The next day, I swapped rooms with Guan Saiyu and moved to the nanny's room. But I noticed a slight anger in Yan Bojian's eyes. Even though the coffee cup burned Guan Saiyu beside him, she didn't notice. At night, when he took Guan Saiyu into the study, he deliberately glanced at me. I was busy scrolling through my phone and didn't care. Even though I was the only one allowed in the study, letting Guan Saiyu in as an exception wasn't surprising. I didn't know why, but he seemed to enjoy rubbing it in. He praised how much better Guan Saiyu's cooking was than mine. He praised how much cleaner her house was than mine. He even praised how much more convenient her study was compared to mine. I rolled my eyes in silence. He was right. Her cooking was good, but there was no need to rub it in. When I didn't react, his mood darkened, and I felt more confused, not wanting to stay in the same space with him. Mom, Saiyu's sister gave me a candy earlier. Can I eat it? Yan, who had been quiet for a while, asked with a candy in hand. I didn't even look up. If you want to eat it, go ahead, but it's nut candy, so? Yan suddenly burst into tears. Mom, don't do this. Don't ignore me. I'm allergic to nuts. You never let me eat this. I know I was wrong. You only cared about me before. Please don't ignore me. I'll listen from now on. My brain was temporarily foggy. After my memory came back, I had become sluggish, and the things I once firmly remembered were gradually fading. Seeing Yan cry uncontrollably, I felt helpless. I looked at Guan Saiyu beside me. Can you calm him down? He's always liked you. Guan Saiyu hugged him, and I walked away, shaking off the crying sounds. If it had been the old me, I would have felt heartbroken and guilty seeing Yan like this. But now, I touched my chest, and it was still. During my memory loss, I would cry for no reason, my heart aching so much I couldn't sleep all night. Maybe the tears had dried up, my emotions exhausted, and I couldn't summon any more strength. At night, Yan Bojian went to take a shower. After a while, he called me. Nanqing, bring me my bathrobe. I was busy painting my nails and couldn't free my hands. I looked at Guan Saiyu. Can you go? I'm busy. Guan Saiyu's face turned pink. Her eyes filled with innocent shyness. She bit her lip and nodded. Sure, if Dr. Yan needs help, I can do anything. She went, and I didn't care, just admiring my nails. But then I heard a voice full of anger from inside. Get out. Then came the sound of a fist shattering glass. It wasn't long before Yan Bojian came toward me, blood dripping from his hand, angry. Zhang Nanqing, what exactly do you want? You never let women get close to me before, but now you bring one right in front of me. I stared at him, confused. He laughed bitterly. Fine, don't regret it. Yan Bojian yanked Guan Saiyu, who was drenched and wearing a wide-open shirt, into the master bedroom and slammed the door shut. I went back to sleep as usual. I had no idea that in the middle of the night, Yan Bojian walked into my room with a cold face, stood by my bed, and stared at me for a while before doing something he hated me doing to him, scrolling through my phone. The post I had written a few days ago popped up on the screen in front of him. Help. My memory is back but my feelings haven't come back. What do? I can't even empathize with the old me. Now I'm living under the same roof as my husband and son, but it feels awkward and tense. What should I do? Help. The netizens eagerly responded. Amnesia in a novel. Quick, tell us more. Is the emotional loss related to damage to the hippocampus? You can't feel anything? Divorce. Busy schedule. One word. Divorce. I added more details. Mainly, recalling my past feelings feels awkward. I don't have the same love for my husband and son anymore. First, let me express how much I loved them before. Simply put, I didn't allow any other women to get too close to my husband. If he didn't come home by 10 p.m., I would bomb him with calls, and I even thought our maid was flirting with him, so I kicked her out, and yelled at his patients. All in all, when I think about it, I wonder if I was crazy. It looks like I thought my husband was a heartthrob when I was hormonal, and now, I realize he's just an average guy. You were pretty crazy back then, but now the wife is waking up. So now, you have no feelings for your husband at all? Or do you still feel something, but it's not as intense? It's like with a familiar stranger. I'm very resistant to being close to him. Even though we have so many memories, I can't understand why I loved him so much. Even though my husband is a psychologist, I suspect maybe he gave me some kind of subconscious suggestion before. Stop reading those novels. Psychologists aren't that powerful. Normal love fades, but amnesia speeds up that process. There's a saying, love changes in an instant. Your husband must be really upset. If you can't restore your feelings, you should divorce him. Don't mess with him. What about my feelings for my son? He's my child, born after 10 months. Our bond is blood. How could my feelings fade? That seems a bit off. Are you hiding something? You've said so much, but you never talked about how you lost your memory or what happened. If you really loved your son before, it shouldn't be possible to lose those feelings. Blood ties have an inherent attraction that doesn't just disappear. Before, I loved my son so much. He was born prematurely and I worked hard to raise him. He's easily allergic, so I paid attention to controlling his diet. He complained, but I thought it was normal for him to not understand. As for how I lost my memory, well, I was arguing with my husband out of jealousy. He pushed me. I miscarried. I kept causing trouble, and then I lost my memory. Wait, miscarriage. Now that's the key. It seems like post-traumatic stress avoidance. This kind of symptom makes you numb to anything related to the trauma. Losing interest. It matches your condition. Oh, what should I do? Can it be cured? It's difficult. It's a form of torment for you. Forget therapy. Just divorce your husband. Get away from the abusive man. Yan Bojian put down the phone and sat in the study all night. The words and Zhang Nanqing's recent state connected in his mind, and the conclusion was clear. Zhang Nanqing didn't love him anymore. So now, she didn't care about him at all. It wasn't a tantrum, or anger, or trying to make him jealous. She truly didn't care anymore, couldn't feel anything. He didn't care whether he and Guan Saiyu interacted, or if she walked into his bathroom. Because she no longer loved him. This realization caused Yan Bojian a sharp pain in his chest. Sweat broke out on his forehead, and he clutched his chest, barely able to breathe. How could this be? They had been together for so many years. But recently, he had been a little impatient, feeling embarrassed by Zhang Nanqing. So he couldn't help wanting to escape. But 3 months. 3 months. He had left Zhang Nanqing, who miscarried and had amnesia, in the hospital for 3 months. Yan Bojian shivered, belatedly realizing. It's okay, it can be fixed. Nanqing was just sick. As long as she gets treatment, She will recover. It's not a big deal. He comforted himself. When he woke up and reached for his phone, it was burning hot. Would the battery explode? I panicked and threw my phone away. Fortunately, nothing happened. After waiting for a while, I opened it again to check the replies to my post. Since I mentioned my miscarriage, most netizens suggested I divorce. I was considering it. Things like assets weren't an issue. My best friend and I opened a beauty salon shortly after graduation, and we went viral online. The popularity increased, and we expanded with more branches. Now we were hands-off owners, but the revenue was still good. The only concern was Yan Yan. I wasn't sure if he could accept his parents getting divorced. When I went out for breakfast, I realized Yan Bojian hadn't left yet. I didn't know what happened between him and Guan Sayu last night. He looked pale. His energy seemed drained. Nanqing, I'll take you to the hospital later. Your memory recovery might have some issues. He forced a smile, his voice unnervingly gentle. I looked at him curiously for a few seconds. What issues? My memory's fine, right? Amnesia experiments rarely have issues, but there's a small problem. I nodded, understanding. I'm the first one to do the amnesia experiment, so it's only right that I cooperate. His eyes trembled. How do you know you're the first one? Heard it, while casually sitting in the corner. I overheard some nurses talking. That amnesia experiment had never been done before. Dr. Yan actually used it on his own wife. That's so heartless. What if there's a mistake and her brain gets damaged? It's scary just thinking about it. Dr. Yan told us not to let Miss Zhang leave the hospital, to keep her locked up, and not tell her anything. Miss Zhang just miscarried, and now she's in the hospital with no one to take care of her in amnesia. She just stares out the window all day. It's so pitiful. Even nurses who didn't know me felt sorry for me. But Yan Bojian and Yan Yan were abroad, accompanying Guan Sayu, taking picture after picture with smiles on their faces. The words I said lightly caused Yan Bojian's eyes to redden. I'll make you recover. You'll definitely recover. Did he find out that my feelings hadn't returned? Honestly, not recovering was probably better. I just don't have any feelings for them anymore. I can still feel something for others. Even a TV show easily moves me to tears. If I recover, my subconscious feels like it would be very painful, and I don't want to go through that pain. No need. I'm fine like this. No, you loved me so much. You can't just stop loving me. But the experiment is really painful. It feels like my brain is being spun over and over in a washing machine. Every nerve hurts. I don't want to try again. Every word I said made Yan Bojian's face even paler, almost as white as paper, as if he might collapse any second. Seeing him like this, I sighed. If you don't want this, then let's divorce. No. The sharp protest came from Yan Yan. He grabbed my hand. Mom, don't divorce Dad. Don't stop loving me. I'll listen to you from now on. I'll be good. Please don't leave me. Yan Bojian reacted just as strongly. It's impossible. I won't agree to a divorce. You just forgot for a moment. As long as we go to the hospital and treat it, we'll be back to the way things were. Mom, go to the hospital. Everything will be fine. Yan Yan's eyes were filled with tears. Fine. Just this once. Yan Bojian took me to the hospital for a series of tests, and the final diagnosis was clear: psychological issues. Post-traumatic stress disorder, a standard avoidance reaction. Rather than treatment, they suggested staying away from the source of trauma. Yan Bojian argued loudly with his colleagues in the office, throwing away his calm demeanor, acting like a relentless madman. I felt upset, turned around, and left the hospital. Finally, I've been waiting for you. Zhang Mingshu stood up from the wall, walking towards me quickly. How are you back in the hospital? What happened? He laughed lightly, his handsome face filled with joy. I've been waiting for you. When you had amnesia in the hospital, you didn't remember the contact details. When I saw you last time, we didn't have a chance to exchange, so I thought you might come here. Since you work at the hospital, I thought I'd stop by to try my luck. Is it Xiaoxi who wants to see me? I took out my phone to exchange contact information with him, smiling as I asked. He lowered his brows, his voice soft. She wants to see you. I want to see you too. His voice was so soft I didn't catch it. What? Zhang Mingshu cleared his throat twice, his ears turning red. Nothing. Do you have time now? Want to come see Xiaoxi? I agreed readily. He took me to the kindergarten entrance, and after a while, Xiaoxi ran out with a little backpack. Uncle, Nanqing's sister. Xiaoxi threw herself into my arms, clinging to me, saying how much she missed me, wanted to play with me, eat good food with me, and wanted to take me home. I tapped her little nose. Let's go eat something good now, like your favorite pizza. Okay, Okay, at the pizza place, Xiaoxi was happily eating, and Zhang Mingshu pinched her cheek. After today, no more pizza for a month. Next time no cheating. Xiaoxi had been hospitalized because of a stomach issue, and the doctor advised her to cut back on junk food, so they agreed she could have it once a month. Got it, uncle. I don't want to go back to the hospital. This time it's for you to spend more time with Nanqing's sister. You have to do your best. What does that mean? I looked at Zhang Mingshu, confused. He turned red from head to toe when he saw my eyes. Seeing my gaze, he stammered, well, I really do have feelings. I widened my eyes. But I'm married. Zhang Mingshu's brow furrowed when he heard that. Don't you plan to divorce? That man treated you like that, and you still can't bring yourself to leave him? During those 3 months, Zhang Mingshu had stayed by my side, knowing everything about my miscarriage and amnesia, and when he found out it was Yan Bojian's doing, he was furious and scolded him. But now, my feelings for Yan Bojian weren't as intense as his. I asked, but he doesn't agree. If he doesn't agree to divorce, then file for it. I can help you. Zhang Mingshu looked at me seriously. I instinctively avoided his intense gaze. We'll talk about it later. He seemed disappointed but still persisted. I just hope you'll give me a chance to wait. I remembered how caring he had been during those 3 months and felt a little soft inside. Mom? Yan's voice came from outside the glass. I looked out, and he was standing there, eyes slightly red. I called him in. Why are you here? He bit his lip, grabbing the corner of his shirt, glancing at Xiaoxi from time to time. I wanted to buy something good for mom after school. I was surprised. He had never done something like this before, never given me anything. It seemed like the divorce thing had scared him. Thank you. Let's go home then. Originally, I wanted to let Yan eat here too, but then I remembered he's allergic, so I decided to take him back. I waved goodbye to Xiaoxi, and the sunset stretched our shadows long. I wanted to tell him not to overthink, but I didn't know how to start. Yan lowered his head and after a long while, cautiously said, Mom, can you hold my hand? You used to hold my hand. That's when I noticed he was holding onto my clothes. I took his cold little hand, unsure of what I was thinking. Yan had never liked me holding him, or any kind of touch. To him, I was always the bad mom who controlled him. I knew he was young and didn't understand, so I never got upset. But now, with my memory back, the feelings were scattered, and I felt estranged from him. Mom, are you still going to divorce Dad? I didn't want to hide it from him. Yes. After Mom and Dad divorce, can I stay with Mom? This left me silent for a long time. Finally, I said, I want you to stay with your dad. He's the source of my trauma, and if we lived together, I wouldn't know how to take care of him. It wouldn't be good for either of us. I watched his tears fall one by one. Even though I felt nothing inside, I still pulled him into my arms. When we got home, Guan Saiyu had already prepared dinner. Yan Bojian wasn't there. After eating and setting the table, she sat down in front of me, looking like she wanted to have a serious conversation. Miss Zhang, nothing has happened between Yan and me so far. Although my feelings weren't pure, I never got anywhere. I raised an eyebrow, not understanding what she meant. Are you asking me not to divorce Yan Bojian? Guan Saiyu shook her head, smiling brightly but shyly. No, I like Dr. Yan. Of course, I want you two to divorce. What I mean is, your divorce is none of my business. Once you're divorced, I'll be with Dr. Yan. Please don't interfere with us anymore. You've ruined my relationship with Dr. Yan over and over. Every night he took care of me. You came to disturb us, causing me to fail again and again. I hope you'll let go after the divorce and stop clinging. Her words left me in stunned silence. Who ruined what? Who ruined it? Isn't she the one who interfered? Does a mistress speak so confidently? I didn't know what to say, so I just left her with one sentence. Good luck. Yan Bojian tried several times to take me to the hospital after that. I refused, finding him annoying, and his requests for a divorce became more frequent. Nanqing, don't mention it. I don't agree to divorce, and I don't want to divorce you. I know I was wrong. I'll make it up to you, but I won't divorce. Yan Bojian, what's the point of this? As a psychologist, you know I should stay away from the source of trauma, which is you, so why won't you let me go? Yan Bojian's eyes turned red with frustration. His usual neat appearance was gone, and he hadn't even shaved. He grabbed my wrist and wouldn't let go. No, I never wanted to hurt you. I just, don't leave me. I yanked my hand away from him. We've been together for so many years. This is the last time. Let me go. With that, I packed my things and moved out. A month later, when I was planning to file for divorce, I received the divorce papers signed by Yan Bojian. He didn't ask for anything, just wanted to keep the child. The process went quickly. I changed the asset distribution to 70/30ths and left the house to him. He wanted to make it up to me, but I had to think about Yan. He needed a stable home. I couldn't let him be homeless just because of the divorce. As for custody, despite him crying when he looked at me, he still chose to stay with Yan Bojian. He did what I hoped for. The divorce was finalized smoothly, and my best friend threw a celebratory party for me. I invited Xiaoxi, and Zhang Mingshu came along. He was smiling even more brightly than I was. That evening, he had me get in his sports car, and we drove to the beach, the wind in our faces. When you were in the hospital, you said you liked the sea, flowers, and all beautiful things, so I want to give you all of them. The moonlight shimmered on the surface of the sea, casting a soft blue glow, like fragments of the Milky Way, swaying with the waves. Suddenly, fireworks exploded into the sky, lighting up the entire beach. The flower arrangements were revealed, beautiful, like a proposal scene. I looked at Zhang Mingshu, fearing he was going to pull out a ring and propose. Although I had feelings for him, this was moving too fast. Noticing my distraction, Zhang Mingshu guessed what I was thinking and laughed. Don't overthink it. I'm just celebrating your divorce. If I were proposing, I wouldn't make it this tacky. Tacky? The wedding I had before wasn't even as grand as this. Although I thought that, I felt relieved and enjoyed the fireworks and the rare blue tears. Later, I bought a new house, not too far away. Yan came over once a week and told me a lot about Yan Bojian. For example, Guan Saiyu claimed her depression had relapsed, but it turned out she was faking it. It was found out that she had never been ill. She had pretended to be sick to get closer to Yan Bojian on purpose. Yan Bojian tried to kick her out, but she couldn't accept it. That night, she drugged him and tried to climb into his bed. Unfortunately, Yan Bojian spent the night in the bathroom, and when he woke up, he called the police. Guan Saiyu was detained, but after being released, she didn't change and kept obsessing over him. Yan Bojian was beyond frustrated and, after doing who knows what, sent her out of the city. Only then did everything settle down. A year later, Zhang Mingshu officially proposed to me. I said yes. The wedding was extravagant. As I walked down the aisle holding my bouquet, I saw Yan Bojian. His eyes were filled with deep pain. I didn't care, handing my hand to Zhang Mingshu, who was crying and smiling at the same time. The happiness in my heart had long overshadowed the pain I once felt. Love changes in an instant, but I don't doubt the sincerity of what I feel now.